Guys, welcome to Antwerp Free Masterclass. And today we have very interesting topic. It's, as you can see, leverage moment marketing to make your brand stay relevant. And we have very well-known expert today, Piali Dasgupta, Senior VP Marketing, Columbia Pacific Communities. And I'll be introducing her now. Let me go through the agenda first, guys. So I'll be introducing our speaker, then she will take up, about moment marketing, how to begin with moment marketing, what are some types, what are the secret recipe, and how brands are acing moment marketing game. And let's make this session a little interactive, guys. You can ask your questions in chat box and you can unmute yourself or ask also. So let me take a moment to introduce Piali. Piali Dasgupta. Piali is a multi-award winning marketing and communication leader, over 14 years of experience across media, e-commerce, real estate, and retail. She cultivated her skill sets in strategizing and driving branding, brand positioning, architecture, PR, communication, storytelling, digital marketing, offline marketing across ATL and BTL. She has been a jury member at Campaign India Digital Crest Awards, Drivers of Digital Awards, and Masters of Modern Marketing, Indian Content Leadership, etc. She has been a guest speaker to prestigious institute, like IIM Shillong, Indore, and Ranchi. So very, very warm welcome, Piali.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes. Piali, I think you can share your screen if you don't mind, or I also can share.
How? Yeah, I think you've already shared the screen, so maybe you can just, or should I do this one?
Yeah, it's up to you. You can do that. I made you the co-host. Are you sharing? Then I can stop.
No, one second. I'm just trying to, I have several windows open, so I'm just trying to.
Sure, Piali. Take your time.
Yeah. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is.
Okay, great. So yeah, whenever you're ready, I'm ready. I can start.
Yes, we can start, Piali. You can start.
All right, great. Hi guys. Thank you so much for being here. A very good evening to all of you that's joined this on a fairly busy Thursday evening, I'm sure. The topic at hand is not something of life altering consequence, but yes, it is something that I think most marketers today are not able to ignore anymore. I think that more and more marketers are sort of trying to understand how to leverage moment marketing. In the last 4-5 years, I think we've seen an unprecedented sort of rise in moment marketing, and I think that if done well, I think it can deliver great business results, and that's really what we're trying to try and understand in the next 1 hour. I'm going to try to sort of help do that with all of you. So before I get into moment marketing and the kind of moment marketing we've seen in the past couple of years and so on, let's first understand what is moment marketing. Yeah. And the definition of moment marketing is that it is the act of leveraging an event or an incident to deliver relevant and related spontaneous messages in real time to the audience. So I think if I were to break this definition down into 3 smaller parts, I think the first and the most important thing is the fact that it is about leveraging an event or an incident. The second part is the fact that it is about being relevant to that incident or event. And the third part is the fact that, it is about timely messaging, right? So the whole idea is to do real-time messaging, latching onto an event or an incident in a manner that it is relevant to the brand. Now, as I said earlier, I think, in the last couple of years, I'd say 4-5 years, moment marketing is something that everybody's talking about. Every brand out there is attempting it. Whether they're doing a good job of it or not is obviously debatable, but they're all attempting it. But moment marketing as a phenomenon is actually not a new phenomenon. It has existed for a long time, and it is something that's been pioneered by a wonderful homegrown brand that I think all of us are deeply in love with. And it's a brand that is part of our daily lives, and it's a brand that's been in the country for 75 years. And the name of that brand is, of course, Amul, right? So when you think of Amul and you think of how over a period of, in fact, the last 55 years now, they've been doing moment marketing and really, really, kicking ass in moment marketing. I think the way, I think that the sort of the secret of Amul's moment marketing success is their tone and tenor, right? I mean, when you look at an Amul ad, they have this fantastic way of commenting on socio-political, economic, events, situations in the country, but yet in a very, very inoffensive manner. And what I mean, I like to call it inoffensive wit and humor, and that's really what they've sort of mastered. Amul started doing moment marketing way back in 1966, actually, and they hired someone called, let me just do a full screen. They hired someone called um, Rahul Dakuna, who actually created the Amul Girl back in 1966. And after that, of course, there was no looking back. And I think that, if you look at this particular, the ad that's on the screen from way back in 1976, this was actually done when it was made mandatory to wear helmets in Bombay, right? And if you look at what the ad says, it says, it says, utterly, fatfatterly, Amul. Fatfatterly is actually a pun on fatfatiyas, which is a Hindi slang for scooters, which was actually really popular back in the day. And Amul, for those of you who are actually from Bombay, you would probably be familiar with the fact that in Bombay, in Dadar, there is this one hoarding which is called the Amul Outdoor, because that hoarding is sort of reserved for Amul, right? And people sort of look forward to what Amul has to say. So from 1976 to now, in October 2021, very recently, when the Bond film release, I think the one thing that Amul has been able to do successfully for over 50 years is stay relevant. And for those of you who know, Amul actually has a no celebrity policy, right? I mean, they don't use celebrities to advertise, but in many ways, they've actually been able to use the Amul girl almost as a celebrity. I mean, that's how popular she's become over the years. And what has changed in the last 50 years is just the frequency of these ads, because obviously with the advent of social media, Amul is able to do it more frequently today on their social media channels. Earlier, it used to be maybe twice a month. Now it is a lot more frequent than that. But what has not changed is the manner in which is the very, very delightful tone and tenor with which Amul is able to actually comment on all that is going on in the world, right? And if you see, the reason I have a lot of respect for Amul is because it is one of the only brands that has commented on some very, very serious issues in the country, and that they've never ever shied away from commenting on difficult issues, right? I mean, they've commented on the Naxal rising in Bengal. They've commented on the Air India sort of the staff issues and boycott. They've commented on back in 2013 when the Supreme Court actually criminalized homosexuality. They commented on that. So they've actually not shied away from commenting on anything that is politically sensitive, and yet they have been able to actually do it in a manner that has been very, very delightful and sort of pertinent. So moving on, why moment marketing, I think, is the question. And that's something that everybody is asking. And very simply put to my mind, there are 4 reasons why moment marketing really works. The first reason is that, it's way more effective than what I like to call interruption marketing, right? Which is the traditional form of marketing where your message is nothing but an interruption in the audience's life, right? You think of a platform like YouTube, you're watching a video and suddenly the video is stopped and you have to watch an ad, and only after 6 seconds, you're going to be able to skip that ad in order to go back to that video. Now, that's an interruption. And as an audience, as a consumer, I'm not sure I want that interruption. And therefore, I'm not going to be at my receptive best when I'm seeing a message like that. So I think when it comes to driving top of mind awareness, right, moment marketing is really, really far more effective than interruption marketing. The second thing is that, it really, really connects better with millennials and Gen Z, right? And since a large part of the audience today are millennials and Gen Z, given that India is one of the youngest countries out there, marketers will have to constantly think of how to better engage with them. And if you look at the data, it will suggest that India is actually the second largest ad blocking nation in the world after Indonesia. And a large number of ad blockers are actually millennials and Gen Z. And therefore, you have to find alternative ways, more creative, innovative ways of with them. And moment marketing is actually able to do that effectively. The third reason is that it's definitely less forced, more spontaneous. I don't think I need to explain that. I mean, anything which is very product led, which very sort of sales driven, is obviously a lot more forced, whereas in moment marketing, your spontaneity is the keyword, right? And finally, moment marketing really helps drive conversations organically. I think today more and more brands are trying to drive conversations, drive two-way meaningful conversations with their audience, and they're really struggling to do that. And I think moment marketing is a great way of doing it, because it is literally inviting conversations, right, and comments from the audience. I'm going to take you through my pick of about 6 or 7 moments that I thought really worked, and brands that were able to really, really capitalize on these moments and do a fantastic job of either taking their brand message forward, or taking their product proposition forward, or just increasing brand love in some way or the other, and the first example of that is something that I think this is an ad that I think all of us have seen. It's a fantastic, moment marketing example from Indigo. As most of us know, 6E is the airline code of Indigo. And it was a great sort of take on 6E by saying 66666E, which is basically what Yuvraj Singh is known for the most. His record of scoring 6 sixes in one over. And I think this was a fantastic way of taking a part of the brand's identity, which is 6E, to actually leverage on a moment which I think the whole nation was sort of talking about, right? The second example is a more recent example from like literally 2 months back, when the iPhone launched, and everybody was talking about the iPhone 13 Pro and their, and the sort of, the features and the camera. And Domino's did a really, really interesting take on this by basically, doing a play on their logo, and very cleverly saying that, we saw this coming. Now, the reason I've picked this is because, a whole bunch of brands actually went out there and spoke about the iPhone 13 launch. So you had Myntra, you had Bourbon, you had Dunzo, you had PVR Cinemas. Everybody put out content, on the occasion of the launch of iPhone. But what really stood out was Domino's, because it was able to, with a play on the logo, it was able to actually increase brand love, right? The third example, I think this everybody knows, 15th August this year, this has gone viral, and it went viral in literally no time. And I think this is a fantastic example of how, great copy still works, right? I mean, the magic of great copy, I think, is undeniable. I know copywriting is slowly, but, very, very steadily becoming a sort of lost art. But, I think the moment this ad went out, I remember reading comments from people saying that, asking Zomato who their copywriter was. So that's how well this was received. And of course, I mean, it was a great way of talking about Zomato's service, right? Then, of course, you had Amul, as always, doing a pun on Royal and Challengers. This was, of course, from Virat Kohli's retirement announcement, which I think happened maybe about 2 months back, if I'm not mistaken. And when he announced his retirement from Royal Challengers as their captain, Amul put that out in its trademark sort of witty manner. But the one on the right is the one that I think we really need to be talking about. And this is something that not only won the internet and everybody was sort of sharing it and, really, really kind of going gaga over how clever Fevicol was. But, I mean, the incident for those that may not know, I'm sure everybody does, but just for the uninitiated, this was basically Ronaldo removing his Coke bottle at a press conference, as a result of which Coke actually saw a dip in their valuation by, I think, US dollar 4 million or something like that. And, Fevicol jumps in saying, no, na bottle hategi, na valuation ghategi, right? So it's such a clever way of actually showcasing their product proposition and also their brand proposition of the ultimate bond. I mean, the Fevicol proposition is, of course, the ultimate bond. What a way to kind of showcase that. And like I was saying earlier, not only did it win the internet, but Piyush Pandey himself, who, as all of you know, who's been associated with Fevicol as a brand for decades now and was the man who actually created the Fevicol ads, he praised the agency that actually created this ad, right? Moving on, Suez Canal, again, from April 2021, a whole bunch of brands actually commented on it when ships were not able to pass through the canal. And all of them used humor to sort of, take advantage of the moment. My favorite is Cult Fit saying, drinking green tea and my weight loss goals. I think that was funny. And then there was a moment, and I'm going to spend a little more time on this moment because I think what happened with this moment is actually quite interesting. We all remember this moment, but for those that that may have forgotten about it, Rahul Bose, the actor, he checked into JW Marriott in Chandigarh. He comes back to his room after a workout. And
Yeah,
hello?
yeah, you can continue. Yeah.
So he comes back to his room after a workout and he orders 2 bananas as his post-workout fuel or whatever. And the hotel sends him 2 bananas and bills him 442 rupees for 2 bananas. Rahul Bose, being Rahul Bose, and with his trademark humor, he decides to actually do a video about it, calling out JW Marriott and saying that, listen, I think I'm too good for your bananas because I can't afford them. And obviously that video went viral, but I think brands immediately started kind of latching onto that moment and started putting out communication. Most of it was hilarious. I love what Oyo said. It said, don't slip, for 442 you can actually get a whole hoop, right? And then Nature's Basket says, there is no reason to say na 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 to our bananas because they're only 14 rupees, right? So there were a whole host of these really hilarious tweets that brands put out, showcasing either their product, for example, Oyo and Nature's Basket, or even Policy Bazaar, saying that, for 442 rupees, you can actually get your entire family, insured. But a year from this happened in July 2019, and exactly a year after that, so we're talking July 2020, I don't know why July 2020, Burger King, which is known for being sassy and it's known for being sometimes, wicked and obviously very, very funny, put out this video, and they had Rahul Bose in this video, and let's see what this ad was about.
We can't hear.
We can't hear, Priyali.
I don't know. The video is playing fine here. So let me just try and see if is it better?
No, we can't hear that.
No? Oh, that's a pity. Okay, I don't know how to. There's no one from my team here either.
Pyali, while
Oh,
sharing.
Rahul, you're here. Rahul,
Yeah.
is it possible for you to, can I just request you to send a link to this video? It's on YouTube. You just have to say Rahul Bose Burger King.
Okay, just a second.
This is always a problem with Zoom. I don't understand why. The video
Yeah.
doesn't play.
Sometimes.
I've added the link in the chat box.
Great, great. So if I can request all of you to spend a minute and watch the video.
There is no link in the chat. There is no link. We didn't get the link.
Yeah. Now we can check.
Okay, I've got the link. So let me just.
Pyali, I think you're not sharing the audio. We cannot hear even this one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think you're not
Sorry,
sharing
what's
the
that?
audio along with the sharing option. There's an option to share audio as well.
No, I've just sent the link out because somebody said that the link is not available. So
No, Pyali, it's there. I think we can move on to the next slide. I think we can.
Okay, but
watch
now
the-
I can't. 1 minute. Yeah. Okay. So my screen is visible now, right? You guys have watched it or?
No, we can't see your screen.
All right. So
actually.
basic. Yeah. Can you see my screen?
No, we can't. Guys, can you see her screen? I think you didn't share your screen, Pyali.
No, I did. I mean, okay, wait. Is it visible now?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so yeah, so I don't know if you guys managed to watch the video, but if you haven't, this is a video of Burger King. Like I said earlier, Rahul Bose was brought in for the video, and the video is basically about Rahul having a paneer meal there, and the meal ends with 2 bananas that comes to him, and then Rahul sort of says, "Well played." So the bananas are actually free from Burger King, and Rahul says, "Well played," right? So the reason I took this example is because sometimes a moment can actually have a much longer shelf life than what we think it would. I mean, it is something that people will remember for a longer time. And you saw how a brand very, very cleverly sort of picked on that moment that happened a year ago and reintroduced it, in a very clever commercial, which was fairly product driven, actually, if you think about it. But it was just so well done. Moving on, when we talk about marketing and what it does to the business, and the business KPIs that that it achieves, most marketers would say that it is for top of mind awareness, right? A moment marketing is usually not something that is associated with bottom funnel goals, unless you're in a category which is like an impulse buying category, and in that case maybe it will lead to something. But in this one case of the brand that I'm going to now talk about, here is an example of a brand that completely turned its business around with moment marketing. And of course, it spent huge marketing dollars on it, but it absolutely turned its business around because it did moment marketing very, very well. And that brand is Paytm, right? We all remember 2016 and demonetization, and the sort of utterly sort of helpless situation that all of us found ourselves in overnight. And it was Paytm who literally overnight took these ads out. It was a very, very ATL heavy campaign. They literally kind of blocked all major newspaper, front page, and congratulated the Prime Minister for the demonetization decision, saying ATM nahi Paytm karo. The ATM nahi Paytm karo line is something that it almost became like a war cry. Of course, McCann was the agency that sort of did it, but the whole proposition of doing Paytm, right, at a time like that, and with repeated messaging done across newspapers, done across television. So I remember in television, I think their ad was drama nahi Paytm karo and chinta nahi Paytm karo, and they sort of continuously sort of went out aggressively with that messaging, and they spent about between 500 and 600 crores on that one campaign. But overnight, these were the results they achieved, right? In pure business sense, I don't need to say much about this. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. 700% increase in overall traffic, 1000% growth in amount of money added to the Paytm account. Number of app downloads went up by 300%. Transaction value continued to be 200% of the average ticket size. And the number of transactions per user also went up from 3 transactions to over 18 transactions in a week. I mean, what a move, right? So this can actually almost serve as a case study of how to do moment marketing well, and really end up kind of achieving business results, which is something that it's a rare moment. Of course, not every moment is going to be able to help you do that, but I think Paytm did an absolutely incredible job. So what's the secret formula of doing moment marketing well, right? And my 5-point guide to doing it well is, the first thing that you need to keep in mind is that, in moment marketing, your approval loops will have to be short, right? If you are a part of a large organization with a very, very complex marketing team where there are multiple layers, naturally everything can slow down quite a bit. And I think it's very important to ensure that the head of the function, whether it's a CMO or a head of marketing, whoever it is that is going to give you the final approval, is on board with you and understands the importance of being superbly agile when it comes to moment marketing. You delay and the moment is lost, and then there is no point in putting out your tweet or putting out your content. The second thing to remember is understanding the moment and its relevance to the brand, right? Every moment is not for your brand, and every brand does not need to take part in every conversation. It has to be a great fit. You also have to understand whether the audience is going to like, the sort of content that you're looking to put out, and only then do you decide to market that moment. The third thing is that, the whole idea, and that's why the examples that, I showed earlier as well, I mean, it is really about creating a piece of communication that has some kind of fitment, right? So either it has to be a fitment of brand values, or it has to be a fitment of a brand philosophy, or a product feature. For example, Fevicol was a great example of a product fitment, right? Or sometimes even the brand logo, like we saw in the case of Domino's, right? In a way that it seems organic and effortless, because you don't want to kind of come across as desperate. You don't want to come across as a brand that's desperate for 5 minutes of attention. That's, I mean, that's just totally the wrong move, right? The fourth thing is releasing it on the right social media platforms. Most marketers do tend to prefer Twitter, because that's as a platform that inherently has a sort of viral kind of element to it. That's where news breaks. So most marketers do prefer Twitter. But I think putting out on social media is not enough. You have to also ensure that the content is seen by as many people as possible, and therefore you will have to also ensure that it is sent out to the advertising and marketing media for them to actually pick it up and put your content out there, right? And the final thing is that, like I mentioned earlier, the whole point of doing moment marketing is that you're trying to drive conversations organically, which is becoming harder and harder for brands to do. Now, having marketed a moment and having put out content and inviting conversations, you've got to be really, really agile about how you manage those conversations, which means fantastic ORM. It needs to be the sort of response management that today a Netflix is able to do really well, a Zomato is able to do really well. It is about personalizing your responses. It is about, having a high quality conversation with your audience, because the audience is actually supremely engaged around that time, right? So getting your response management piece, together, and having a well-oiled response management piece, which is supremely agile, is also very, very critical for the success of moment marketing. Things to remember, this is a quick checklist for anyone that's trying to do moment marketing well. There could be hits, there could be misses, but obviously less misses if you sort of keep this checklist in mind. The first thing is, please don't try too hard. In marketing, there is no negative marking for people that are not doing moment marketing. It's not compulsory, right? So don't try to kind of force fit some kind of moment. And I mean, I do see a lot of brands kind of jumping on moments for the sake of it, not realizing that it ends up actually harming the brand more than it does favors to the brand. So just don't do that. Great example of an organic fit is, like I said, Ronaldo Fevicol. The second thing is, try avoiding marketing a tragedy at any cost. Please do not try to take advantage of an unfortunate situation, or just a tragedy. An example of that is what you see on the right hand side of the screen. This is an ad from way back in 2016. This ad was put out by a brand called Cinnabon, which I think a lot of you might be familiar with. They make buns. And this is when the actress Carrie Fisher passed away. And of course, Carrie Fisher was known for her Princess Leia hairstyle. So she used to have these two buns on either side of her head. And Cinnabon tried to kind of use their product on her head and said, "You'll always have the best buns in the galaxy." Now, obviously, this didn't go down well with their fan base. They got called out a lot. There was a lot of negative sentiment. And this is something that could have been completely avoided, right? The third thing is, not every topic is for your brand. A large part of moment marketing is topical marketing, and I will talk about that and show you examples of that. And if you're an apparel brand, maybe you don't want to talk about World Heart Day, because there is absolutely no context, right? And context is key. The fourth thing is, moments will come and go, right? Today's moment is going to be forgotten tomorrow, or maybe after a week, but your audience is here to stay. So don't do something that will alienate your audience. Stay true to your audience. And the fifth thing is, when in doubt, please check with legal. I know it is easier said than done. I know how complex organizations and structures can be. But if you have even an iota of doubt about whether your content is going to actually land you in trouble, and I will use examples of how moment marketing can actually get horribly wrong as well, please do check with your legal before you take any content out. Types of moment marketing. There are about 3 to 4 different types of moment marketing, and with examples, I will illustrate the different types. The first one is micro moments. Now, what are these? These are literally, from a couple of minutes to like a couple of hours. So you've basically got like just a few hours to turn a creative around because you want to take advantage of something as sort of short as that. I think in 2020 there was a Google shutdown. Some of us remember that. I think for 6 hours there was like a total Google outage when we couldn't use Gmail, we couldn't use Google Drive. None of the Google products were accessible, and brands took out messages. Pepsi saying shutdowns are temporary, your swag is permanent. Taco Bell, I really liked what they said. They said 2020 hardly hands out breaks. So when you get one, enjoy it with the best of taco, right? Similarly, in 2011, I think when the Super Bowl was happening, I don't remember, it was 2011 or 2013. There was like a half an hour outage, right? And a whole bunch of and the outage was resulted in the game stopping, right? And a whole bunch of brands actually took advantage of that moment and started tweeting about the outage. So these are like really short micro moments. The second thing is a viral trend. This is a post done by Columbia Pacific Communities, which is a brand that I work with. Anything that goes viral literally in a couple of days. We all remember the FaceApp challenge. We all remember how, despite security issues in 2019 June, everybody was downloading the app just to try and figure out how they would look when they would grow older. And of course, us as a brand, we are about, the audience that we cater to is the senior citizen demographic. And so we thought that this was a natural fit for the brand. And we said, our take on the FaceApp challenge was that when you age positively, age is just a filter, right? So a viral trend is, the second type of moment marketing is a viral trend that, brands sort of quickly sort of latch on to. In the past also, we have seen several other challenges, for example, the ice bucket challenge and so on and so forth. And this was an example of that. Several other brands did the FaceApp challenge as well. So Fevicol saying itne saal ho gaye par ab tak ye anda nahi toota. I thought it was really funny because they actually showed an ad from way back in the 90s, and a couple of other brands. Then there is the third type of moment marketing is latching onto national or global news. Earlier this year, we all remember that Jeff Bezos hit the headlines because he was traveling to the space. And while every other publication was actually talking about Jeff's visit to the space, not many were talking about the 82-year-old woman that was actually accompanying Jeff. Her name is Wally Funk, and she's actually the oldest person to go to space. And because our brand is all about aging positively and looking at age as just a number, we put this video out as a tribute to Wally Funk. I hope you can, I don't know if you'll be able to. Is it audible?
Yeah, we can hear that.
Okay, great. Yeah, so that was Columbia Pacific paying a tribute to Wally Funk. These were all our residents. Moving on. Moving on, yeah, there are more examples of how a sort of headline, national and international headlines can actually give brands an opportunity to sort of market that moment. Examples of Neeraj Chopra's win, Zomato declaring IPO, and so on and so forth, right? I do realize though that I'm not doing very well on time. It's 7:41. If someone from Antwerp can tell me what I need to do I need to carry on, or do I need to now start taking questions? Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with extending this, but I'm not sure about the rest.
Okay, Piali, I think you can do up to like 7:40, 9:50, and then we will talk about Antwerp, then we can take questions.
Okay, great. All right. So I have just 10
Yeah.
more minutes. So I'm just going to
Yeah.
quickly kind of go through some. And the fourth example is topical days, right? Like I mentioned earlier. So the only difference between topical days, marketing a topical day and marketing a moment, is that topical days actually give you a lot more time to plan your content because it is part of your marketing calendar. And at the beginning of the year, you already have visibility on which are the days you're going to actually market. Whereas other kinds of moment marketing barely give you any time and are definitely more spontaneous in nature. For us, topical days are a big, sort of talking point. And I'm just going to, I have several examples, but I'm going to play you one example of World Senior Citizens Day. There was a large campaign that was planned for World Senior Citizens Day because for us that's a day that's very, very important. But I'm going to play a video from that campaign.
I think we can't hear that, Piali. Hello.
Right. I hope that was audible. Right. I'm going to jump straight to, right. So let's talk about, do you want to market a moment or not, right? Because sometimes, marketers are sort of faced with this dilemma. And I'm going to argue for moment marketing and then also argue against moment marketing very, very quickly. For it's a very, very inexpensive way of reaching out to your audience, right? Because if you look at the production of moment marketing posts or a video, it basically costs you nothing. All you need is a great graphic designer or a great like video producer and a copywriter, and you would be able to create something in no time at all. And you're not going to spend enormous amounts of money on media for that post, because the idea is that it will organically sort of get shared, etc. So it's inexpensive, which is a great thing. Particularly in the face of budget cuts, etc. The second thing is that it allows your brand to showcase its personality. Very few things actually allow your brand to showcase its personality, right? So if you're a funny, witty, irreverent brand, like let's say for example a Burger King, it's a great way of actually showcasing your personality, and customers like that. Customers like a brand that have a personality, because they're trying to more and more marketers are actually trying to humanize their brands for that reason, right? Third, builds top of mind recall. We've spoken about this. Fourth, engages with the audience when they're willing to listen to the most, right? The whole point of effective marketing, or the definition of effective marketing, is putting out a message at the right time to the right people. And the right time is when they're willing to listen to you. There's no point in, sending out messages, interrupting them when they're watching something, or creeping into their inbox when they're not really in a mood to listen to you. The fifth great thing about moment marketing is that it may result in purchase intent for certain impulse categories, like I mentioned earlier. And finally, it encourages two-way conversations. We've spoken about this. Against, what are the not so good things about moment marketing? The fact that it is momentary, it is not a long-standing thing. It is not going to have far-reaching impact, and we have to kind of keep that in mind. Brands can sometimes come across as ingenuine and desperate because they're just trying to grab 5 minutes of fame. That can sometimes actually work against a brand. If not done well or thoughtfully, it may actually have no brand connect at all and will seem forced, and the audience will actually look through that and will call you out. And finally, because of the sheer pace at which everything moves in terms of approvals, in terms of how quickly you need to turn things around, sometimes there is very little time left for checks and balances, which can actually lead to a lot of disasters. And talking about disasters, here are examples of when moment marketing went horribly, horribly wrong. The first example is a very recent one when PV Sindhu won, the medal at the Olympics. Several brands, including P&G, including I think Perfetti Van Mel, and a bunch of other brands, put out tweets congratulating her. And PV Sindhu took umbrage, saying that you're using my image in a way that it almost seems like I'm endorsing your product when I'm not. So I'm actually going to sue you for 5 crores. I don't know if she finally went on to actually sue these brands, but there was a lot of hoopla around it. And this is where the importance of checking with your legal, like I mentioned earlier. This is actually a very old example, but the reason I take this example is because this is it's just a guide to how not to do moment marketing. Kenneth Cole, which is a premium fashion brand that I think everybody's heard of. Back in 2011, when the Egyptian revolution was happening and there was a huge uprising in Cairo, and Cairo was actually trending on Twitter, Kenneth Cole decided to actually latch on to the trending hashtag, right? And he puts out this absolutely inane tweet saying, millions are in uproar in Cairo. You've got to refer to the highlighted text. Rumor is they heard our new spring collection is now available online. I mean, just the worst way of marketing a moment, utterly insensitive, tone deaf. And then, of course, there was a lot of backlash, as a result of which he had to apologize. And the apology is something that you can see on screen. He says, I've dedicated my life to raising awareness about serious social issues. And in hindsight, my attempt at humor regarding a nation liberating themselves against oppression was poorly timed and absolutely inappropriate. So he realized that himself. And finally, this is an example again from last year. Eros got called out and trolled massively, which I think they deserved. They put out some very, very vulgar content. I have no idea why. And they put this content out during Navratri. So obviously a lot of sentiments were hurt. They had copy, like, let's have some majama in your pajama and whatever it is. And then finally, they had to also issue an apology, right? So that's how not to do moment marketing and what happens when you get it wrong. And finally, I just want to close this by, sharing with you my pick of the top 6 brands for moment marketing in India, brands to really watch out for, brands that I personally really enjoy consuming content of, because not only are they timely, are they relevant, but they're also really able to break through the clutter. And the reason I've picked these ones is because when you are marketing a moment, as a marketer, you have to remember that there is going to be a lot of clutter out there, because everybody is actually marketing that moment, right? Whether it's a PV Sindhu win or anything else. And the challenge, therefore, is that you need to create something that really, really is able to break through that clutter and deliver a message that is either funny, engaging, entertaining, or really, really pertinent. And these brands are able to do that very well. Dabur Dental Care. This is something that was done for World Tiger Day. So this was a great way of taking their Chaba Tera Ho proposition forward. Netflix does fantastic, non-moment moment marketing. I like to call it non-moment moment marketing because, a weekend is not really a moment, right? I mean, it's not an incident, it's not an event. And yet through memes and through funny content, they're able to even sort of leverage these kind of moments. Zomato, of course, I mean, getting it right every single time. This was for Ganesh Chaturthi, for during the pandemic, saying Modak and Moodhak. Amul, what do I say? I mean, I think I've already spoken a lot about Amul. Fevicol, of course. There are 3 different examples of how every single time they've got it so right. The second one is when Meghan and Harry decided to exit from the royal family. The third one is, of course, for social distancing. And the first one we've spoken about already. And then Durex. The reason I picked Durex is because what they talk about is a taboo topic in the country. It's very, very difficult to talk about sex in this country. And yet, with the help of moment marketing, which they continue doing it actually very, very frequently, they're actually able to talk about this in a manner which is not offensive, in a manner which is not problematic, at the same time is able to deliver their product message, right? That's it from my side. Thank you so much for listening. I'm sorry for the technical glitch, and I hope that I was able to add some value. Thank you again. Over to Antwalk.
Yeah, so thank you, Piali. It's a great session. And let me share my screen if you allow.
Yeah. One sec.
Yeah.
One sec.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I've stopped sharing.
Yeah, I can share now.
Yeah.
Guys, can you see my screen? Okay, I think you can. So guys, let me take a moment, and talk about Antwalk. Antwalk is an experiential learning movement which is powered by industry leaders like Piali. So we strongly believe in 3 philosophies. So first one is, learning from practicing professionals. So what we in Antwalk we did, we invited experts across the globe, so they came and talked about their experiential knowledge they gained from their job. So first one is learning from practicing professionals. Second one is learning by doing. So we believe in hands-on knowledge rather than theoretical stuff. And third one is learning through live immersive classes, as you are there today in the live classes. So we believe that live classes are more effective rather than self-recorded content. So believing in those 3 philosophies, we as an Antwalk introduced master's program in digital marketing. So the duration is 16 weeks. We have more than 12 plus module. So each module we have experts from, as you can see, from big brands like Amazon, Google, Puma, Bosch, JioSaavn. And for each module, you will be having, one real-time project. So, right now our batch is working on Google Ads. They are doing Google Ads campaign for both, search and display. Last week they did Facebook ads. So everything you'll be doing, everything will be real time. So, and you can, of course, you can get your hands dirty on different tools, more than 15 plus tools, as you can see. Uber Suggest, Elementor, Canva, Google Ads. So if you guys are interested, we'll put the link in the chat box. You can check those link out, and some offer is also going on. If you sign up now, we'll get in touch and talk more regarding the the program. So yes, I think link is there, guys. You can check the link. And Piali, we can take few questions, right? I think it's
yes,
5
we
minutes.
can. I think there are some questions in the chat box. I think there's Aftab asking me, is there any moment marketing you did? Yes, of course. And I think I showed you examples of that as well. Face Up Challenge was, I'm sorry?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, so Face Up Challenge was an example that I showed from Columbia Pacific. I think I also played the video done for World Senior Citizens Day. I did had a couple of other examples as well, but I think I was running out of time, which is why I had to skip them. But yes, we do moment marketing, but more than moment marketing, we actually do well, it is moment marketing, but it's topical marketing that we do a lot more of. But when we look at moment marketing, like I said, for us, it's very important that the moment is the right fit for the brand, and the brand should have something important to say about the moment. We don't just randomly pick any moment to be a part of. We're very, very careful about which moment we want to market. Then there's another question from Mahesh Prajapati saying, what is the difference between moment and topical marketing? I think I've explained that already in the session. Topical marketing is a part of moment marketing. The only difference is that topical marketing lets you plan in advance, because you actually have visibility on which are the topical days you are going to be marketing. And topical marketing also is very, very contextual in nature. Whereas moment marketing is a lot more spontaneous. It literally needs to happen within a couple of hours, and therefore gives you less time to turn things around.
All right. Guys, any more questions? You can ask. Else, I think we can wrap up the session, Piali.
Yep.
Okay. So guys, as I said, you can check the link. If you can sign up, we can get in touch with you and discuss more about the program. And we do this kind of session each week. So do check out our social media. You'll get in touch with this kind of like new experts in each week. So thank you so much, Piali. Thanks for the session. It was an incredible session. Thanks a lot. And thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Thank you.
Good
Bye.
night.